Hello and welcome. Happy solar eclipse new moon in Libra. I am going to be doing a reading for us all, but I wanted to start off the video with some advice as to one of the biggest lessons. That was the hardest lesson. It seems like it wouldn't be, but it was one of the most difficult, challenging lessons for me to really embody and get mentally. So those of you who are aware of the energy fluctuation and the up and the downs and all of the cycles that we're going through and the purging and the releasing and then the highs. Whenever you are met with a rush of energy that activates all of your energy systems in your body, it activates the higher mind, it activates what is normally not in operation in your day-to-day, and you feel like, woo, this rush of energy, and suddenly everything is clear, and suddenly you find yourself with the truth of all is one, and the connection and the mirroring and all of that. We can only sustain these states for however long we do. What goes up must come down, and that is the journey in life for all. I don't care if you're living in a cave meditating, there's the ups and the downs. What the takeaway from that is, when we rise up in energy, in our consciousness, and our chakras are all aligned and activated, and we receive all of this downloads, we used to call them downloads, and it is a rush. It's an adrenaline rush. It's a rush of energy through the body, through the crown chakra, and there's maybe a lot of messages, a lot of ideas, inspirations. We're meant to bring that with us back down when we go in the downswing, and we ground it into physical material reality. The problem is the highs are so euphoric and blissful and amazing, and a lot of people seek that through many different areas. It could be drugs, it could be certain breathing techniques, yogic practices, whatever. Like, I want to stay in this because it feels so amazing. You feel like a superhuman. That state does not last forever. So it's important not to grasp at it. Flow up, flow down, but whatever you receive when you're up, make note of it. Make note of it. This is an important time for me to bring this back down when I go down. When we come down, a lot of times we become depressed. We become like, all of a sudden I feel separate again. All of a sudden I feel disconnected again. When we're in the void, there's two ways of taking the void. You can take the void or, experience the void as paranoia, as depression, as anxiety, as like nothing's happening for me. And oh my God, what am I going to do? I've got to do something. Or you can embrace it. This is the calm. This is the quiet. This is the space of co-creation, grounded. This is the space where I received some insight. I received some gifts. I received some kind of upgrade. And it's now my time to, I've got chills, integrate that into the material reality of Earth. So it is important to honor both up and down, both highs and lows, but to understand that that is what's happening with all of us. But how we interpret it as humans is, I feel great, I feel like shit. I feel great, I feel like shit. If we can cut that out and understand that that is the wave of energy, that is the wave of co-creation that we're all in. What a better ride it would be for us all. So without further ado, let's get a reading. And all right, we're going to do an oracle, the Starseed Oracle for us all. Happy solar eclipse, new moon in Libra. I hope that you are all doing well. I know that many are struggling right now, whether it is in your physical reality where everything has just been washed away by the hurricane, or things are crumbling, things are coming apart, marriages, relationships, jobs, businesses. Nothing lasts forever. It's important to embrace change, as difficult as it is. There are bigger picture, I'm trying to interpret what I'm receiving right now. It's important to see things from the higher perspective as to what is unfolding here on Earth right now. A lot of things, and look what we have, the void at the split and the star keeper. Speaking of our cosmic ancestors, seed the light by staying grounded. So there's the first message that I already delivered from my own experience. And I say this with the utmost compassion and empathy in my heart and soul, because I know how difficult the journey on Earth is. And I know the ropes as far as how we interpret these things as human beings. Change is inevitable. And many people are waking up to actually meeting themselves for the first time. Realizing that, other people were not seeing them or hearing them because they themselves were not seeing themselves truly, or hearing themselves, or, allowing their authenticity to be the driving force. It can be shocking. Oh yes, they were saying, as things unfold, the blackmail, the corruption, the drugs, the alcohol, the abuses, the darkness, we'll just call it the darkness, is being exposed by the light. Instead of reacting to it the way that we always do, take this as an understanding of everything that we witness and experience outside of ourselves. We are all one, connected to the cosmic mind. We have all of these parts within ourselves. We have inner conflict. We have our own projections, and a lot of it we cover up to be like, no, not me. I am all peace and love and light. No, you're not. There's a part in you. There's a part in every single one of us that has a deeper, darker aspect to it. And those parts are arising. Not to be shameful, but to take accountability. Okay, yeah, let me take a look at this part. We're having another radio blackout. Let me take a look at this part and actually understand how this part became. Let's integrate the shadow aspects of ourselves. We had last night an X 7.152, and then another X 2 point something something. We had a bunch of X-class flares and CMEs, coronal mass ejections from the sun, just hours before the moon and the sun are going to make the ring of fire. We are in some potent energy for change, if you haven't noticed. So, ground. Stay as grounded as you can. If you're not grounded, if you're recognizing, you know what, I'm not even in my body right now, do whatever you can to get in there. Get outside if you can. Barefoot on the ground if you can, on the earth. If not, there are many other techniques for grounding. It's really important to pay attention to where your energy is flowing, how you're managing your emotions and your energy at this time. How we are sponges for each other's energy. I've come across some of that myself in the last few days. Not just mirrors, but sponges. So there are many who are really stuck in their story of pain, their story of victimization, and are not able to break free from it. And so in continuously repeating the story and talking about the story and really grasping at it's an energy succubus. It's what people call energy vampires. And I know that for the most part, it is not intentional, but that is also part of the journey. So be mindful of how you're projecting your energy, but also be mindful of how other people may be siphoning your energy right now. Okay. I don't even think we need cards today. It's always fun to pull one anyway. So, message for us all. Did one flip over? No. What goes up must come down. But with that knowledge, when you are in the lower frequencies, it's not even a lower frequency, but it is, we have to ground. We can't stay up in the higher realms forever. We're in earth suits. We're in these bodies intentionally to bring heaven, what they call heaven, which is really just a state of consciousness, a state that we can reach now, back down to earth, root chakra, ground. And that takes patience. It takes dedication to cultivate that skill all the way. It's taken me many years. But whatever's taken me many years in this new frequency may take others many days or weeks. So don't compare yourself to anybody else either. I only speak from my own experience and the messages I receive for myself. That's all I can ever do. I can read you ancient texts and other people's writings, but that wouldn't be authentic to me. We have messenger, serious energy, bringing harmony and balance. And we have breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. Okay, let's start with the breath of the cosmos. When we rely only on our own will, we're micromanaging the universe and resisting the natural flow of life. We're not trusting the mysterious breath of life. We're rejecting the great cosmic intelligence and relying instead on our personal strength. When we do this, we find ourselves attempting to bend things at our will. We spend our time forcing, pushing, and living from a space of trying to. Everyone around us can feel it, and the universe can too. You're being called to stop micromanaging the universe and trust the breath of life, to surrender to the greater will that God has for you, to move from my will to thy will. When you surrender to the greater will of life, you begin dancing with the rest of life. When you bow to the great mystery and say, please use me, please show me the way, little by little, you find yourself living your most fulfilling, authentic life. When you surrender your will, when you surrender your personal will, when you relinquish control and release the way you think things should be and surrender to the greater will, you find yourself being led. You begin breathing the breath of life. We have to stop micromanaging and thinking that we can just make things happen the old way. The old ways don't work anymore. All right. So that's a deep lesson also, especially for those of us who had it good back in our past, had a grip. We were control freaks. We are the adrenaline junkies. We're the ones that made things happen. If you haven't noticed yet on your journey, doesn't work that way anymore. It actually comes back and kind of slaps you in the face and wakes you up a little bit. I know that I speak from experience on that one as well. So I say that with love. Let's read Messenger. I say everything with love. I don't know why I feel the need. I am sensitive to other people's sensitivities, but it is important. These are important messages to get out authentically. Messenger. You're part of a lineage of souls who have dedicated their lifetimes to upliftment of the planet, to returning time and time again to seed the light, the crystalline ones, the ones who are here to plant the sacredness of life back in, to honor both the sacred feminine and masculine, to usher deep reverence back in. Many ascended masters are thought to be connected to the energy of Sirius. Often appearing as a shade of blue, they hold the frequency of pure love and are here to help the masculine and feminine exist in harmony, to ensure greater balance, to help us see that we're all connected and that the masculine and feminine energies exist within us all. You're being called to bring about this balance and harmony between the masculine and feminine, to be a guardian of harmony and balance on Earth. Think of the whales traveling around the globe, sharing love through their healing vibrational song. Their unique notes send balance and harmony to every corner of the planet. A rebalancing of the masculine and feminine is occurring worldwide. It's a resurgence of the sacred within us all. A returning of the sacred union within, a rekindling of heaven and earth. You can begin to bring harmony and balance by creating it in your own life. The ripples will flow from there. You can honor and balance the sacred masculine and feminine energies within yourself and others. And we do this within. That is the entire, in a nutshell, be the change. We become the change within, and it ripples out to all. So that's what I have for us all. Happy new moon in Libra, solar eclipse. I hope you found this to be helpful, and I'm sending you all so much love. Take care. Bye.